Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy King Gabe here, and here I'm gonna give you a little spring cleaning update. Just as the day I'm recording this is March the 20th of so Friday, March 20th. Not almost yeah, it's kind of towards the end of my first vacation from my day job there. So for the first I always every time my first vacation, I always do some spring cleaning around here to get stuff in order and stuff, and sometimes do some rearranging if necessary there. So gonna show you guys what I've done. Last year I did, it was a quite a bit of rearranging that was done. A lot of time the rearranging is sort of just kind of as I think of it, like where this gonna, like how is this gonna go and stuff like that. Sort of like thinking on the feel. So didn't really do a whole lot of rearranging this year, but I did a little bit, something there. So let's go around and take a look. As you see, this is as you see, first place is where I was at in me and Christina's room. Got a few things kind of rearranged over here. I mean, not too. It doesn't look too bad, but I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's not completely cluttered either. Just only thing, box of business cards, some got a couple of remotes to some tower fans we got around here. We do have central air. We do have central air, but we still kept the tower fans around, especially for now because it's the weather sort of going between warm and cool. Like at night, it may drop. It's dropped lately, but now we're kind of getting like anywhere between the 60s and 70s, sometimes 80s. So it's not like, it's springtime, so it's not like, summer where it's like 90 and above. So we don't really necessarily need the air conditioner yet. But we'll turn it on probably when it starts getting up there. But for the moment, we're pretty much, just kind of chilling on neutral. And, like if we need a little extra air, we'll turn like the ceiling fans or the tower fans on. A lot of time I'll use mostly I kind of use the tower fans a lot to get, a little extra air without, busting the central air just yet there. So, anyway, a lot of those, my different glasses cases there. I got like got two different pairs of my current glasses. There's a pair of glasses that's, God knows how old, that I still have around, sort of like for backup or something like that. And also a pair of prescribed shades there. So I haven't worn the prescribed shades in a while, but they're there. And there's only one case over here. That's some reading glasses for Christina there. That she doesn't. I don't think she's really used them recently, but well, actually not reading glasses. More like in her case, it's more like just for fashion, for style there. So yeah, it's not. But I mean, they are reading glasses, but it's just more for style for her. They're not prescribed there. And of course, you got old Black Panther over here sitting down. I would have him standing up, but he does stand pretty good. But there have been some cases unexpectedly where he'll unexpectedly fall or something like that. But I'll tell you more about him in just a second. Of course, got some a lot of my little notebooks with some stuff in there and drawers. Also, check this out. This is actually a pest lab we got. We got these around the house. These things really help keep away roaches from coming in the house, and especially ants, because we've had a bad case of ants in the past. Especially last winter, they were popping up in the bathroom all the time, and then got worse. We would see them in the carpet around here in this room, and sometime in the hallway. Mostly here in the back, we would see them. So that's why we got these pest labs. They've been keeping them away, and it's also said that they keep away bed bugs and I guess other stuff, other kinds of little critters, like I guess termites, stuff like that. They're little small bugs there like that. So yeah, that's really helped us out there. 'Cause trust me, neither me or Christina likes the idea of an ant invasion. That sort of gave me an idea for my Wild On series too, where I know while they use the power of different insects like beetles and butterflies, stuff like that, but there are some bugs that the bad guys will use for evil, like say there's a thing of foot soldiers called the pestinites, uh, and they come in different forms like ants, mosquitoes, and wasps. There, so yeah, so that kind of gave me that idea. The three different insects that have kind of given us a lot of trouble, and also roaches there. Roaches would probably be the weakest ones, but yeah, they're like, ew, gross. Yeah, so. And of course, I still got these pictures up here. You've probably seen these before. The picture we took with Jason David Frank, God rest his soul, as well as the picture he autographed for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Future trunks that I got from Casey as a gift. And of course, our picture with Jamie Kennedy from Son of the Mask. And an autographed picture of Matthew Lillard, as well as a picture we took with him at GeekCon back in 2022. Yep. And the picture we took with Jason David Frank, if you don't know, if you hadn't seen any previous videos on this, was actually not at GeekCon. It was at an event back in 2018 in Boulder there. They had the Boulder, I want to say the, not the Civic Center, but darn, it was over in Boulder, I know. So yeah, that's where we met him there and everything. He was real cool. Okay, clothes over there, dirty clothes basket there, and then of course the Megazord that I reviewed in an earlier video, along with some Transformers I previously reviewed. Air Razor, Tigatron, Waspinator, and Pterosaur. Now these are not going to stay here permanently. The 4 Transformers, I'm going to do transformation quickies on them a little bit later after making this video. So once I do that, then I'll put them up in where all my other Transformers are. And of course, I have somewhere that I'm going to put the Blade Blaster, that Dragon Ball, and the Morpher back up. But the Megazord, we're gonna get a new TV to put here. We already got rid of the old TV, so we're gonna have a new TV sitting up here soon. So we're gonna move the Megazord on top of this little basket right here. This is where Brownie and his friends are kept in. And a lot of times when they're in there, I kind of like imagine that there's like this whole other, sort of like Yumiko, a whole other world that they go into when the lid is locked there. So it's locked in place, but then when it opens, yeah, it goes back to normal. Sort of like a Toy Story kind of thing there. So yeah, Megazord's gonna kind of guard this area, and I'm also gonna put Black Panther next to him since he's pretty tall there. So that's where I'm going to put my tall figures like the Megazord and Black Panther on top of here. And of course, yeah, and you probably say, well, you did spring clean. It looks a little messy up here. Yeah, but it's not too bad. I mean, I think this probably can, this is some stuff probably could just go to at any time there, even when we're not on vacation there. Now these up here, these little trinkets, they're supposed to be up there by the mirror. Like Grimace, we got these 2 Grimaces from the McDonald's Adult Happy Meal. And a lot of these other figurines were, except for this one came from Wendy's. The other trinkets came from Casey. They were gifts from her for both me and Christina. So she really likes collecting different stuff like this, and she'll share some of them with us as gifts there. So, and of course, got my other posters up here. Got Static Shock, Superhero Static Shock, and little Yugi up there, and this Captain America one. Casey gave me those 3 as a gift, and this right here, David and Goliath. and Valsuki the Rainbow Dragon. These were actually, I actually drew both of these here. So these were drawn. I drew this one for, it was an event. I think a pastor who also was a gospel rapper, Tay Love. I think I drew this as a picture for him, as a not sure what it was for, but I do remember he got a copy of it there, and then this was that copy I kept for myself here. And Valsuki, this was, I think, drawn for an art class there. So that's how I drew him there. There's also another version of him in one of my notebooks, but it doesn't have this many colors on them though. So, and of course the bathroom, yeah, that's self-explanatory. Okay, hallway's pretty much the same here. Let's go in the office. Step into the office. Turn the light on here. So office, only thing I really did differently is I took the that's yet another tower fan where Christina's shoes are there, along with some of our everyday clothes / work clothes. Only thing I did differently was I moved the shelf where I kept the games there. I used to have the games in here, but I moved that into the living room. That way I could have more space in the office in general, and also that kind of gives a little bit more leeway to like my ring light, the sort of when it's not in use, as well as the tripod here that I use on my camera. I also use that tripod, a lot of time that tripod usually be in the kitchen. Reason why, because a lot of time I hook my phone up to that, and me and Christina, we watch videos on my phone, and I put it on that tripod where it's not only easier for us to see, but it keeps the tape, it's out of the way of what we're eating. We don't have to worry about it falling off the table or something there. So yeah. And in that envelope is some copies of the Brownie play, that Rescue Mission on Uranus, that was shown earlier on the channel. And of course, we got the two computers, my original laptop and the one that Casey is giving me. And you see it's on because the lights are blinking. I'll turn that off in a second because I'm finna head out of here in a minute. So I'll be turning that off in just a second. But I was working on something earlier that I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you will find out much later, though. You'll find it's a little matter of fact, it's something that's going to be happening in a couple of months. So yeah, you'll find out. And of course, there's the Yu-Gi-Oh manga that I started back to reading, and the Matilda book for the live streams there. Yep. So yeah, you'll find that out. And also I've started working on the Supreme Star Striker novel. I've gotten one chapter of it complete so far. So I have started working on it. And Brownie novel number 4 is still in the proofreading process. And and at some point we should be hearing about when another play of it is going to get done from Miss Sherry Gray. Because also EJ is waiting too, because he's got a little something that he's going to be doing for it too. So, yep. And yeah, this pretty much is gonna. I don't think that's going to be much change to that. Maybe here and there. So it's pretty much kind of stays the same most of the time. Yeah, but it's not too bad. I mean, you still got some organization with the folders up on the shelf there. I mean, so. And a lot of most of the stuff near this area is mostly Christina's. Like this is her laptop over here, and also I want to say she actually got this printer there for us there. I want to say that now. That's what I think of. We've had I forgot how long we've had the printer, but it still works and everything though. I forgot how long it's been here, but I think she bought it for us there. Either that, or either I bought it. Maybe we both went in the store together I bought it and everything, but she she knows a little bit more as far as the setup for the printer. Now I do know how to print on it, but it's actually wired into it's actually programmed to her computer laptop at the moment. It can be programmed to mine, but like I said, she has a little bit more knowledge of the programming of the printer as far as getting it, the installation part there. So yeah, like I say, that's one reason why the good Lord said, "Man should not be alone. I will make him a woman to be his helpmate." So yeah. Pat yourselves on the back, any of you ladies that are watching, pat yourself on the back because we men need your help. So we need. Well, I'll put it this way: we need one another. So we help one another out there. And of course, this is going to be in the future. This will be the room for our first kid there, and I've got it cleared out. The only thing I gotta take down is that table. That will be taken down when it's time to start getting the baby stuff in here. That's the only thing. But everything else is cleared out. Got transform over there Skybite. Since I got the Skybite that I want, I'm gonna sell this one. So by the time this video gets to you guys, probably the ones of you watching on YouTube, I'm pretty sure I'll be done sold him finally. So he'll be gone. And that's just another box of some other stuffed animals that our kid can play with. We'll play for them, put their dirty clothes there. Little table for them. Bobby might put a little tablecloth or something on it later to make it look a little neat there. It'd be the perfect size for when they're starting out in this room. And I might possibly move it because I'm sort of, I'm a little skeptic about it being near this outlet there. So just saying there, but you know how it is being the over. I guess I got that overprotective parent syndrome there. We a lot of us try to deny it, but it's in us. My folks were protective of me, and I guess I got it from them. So, like one of my cousins they say, "Why are you acting the way you act?" I got it from you. And there's my phone that's charging right now. Hopefully a little bit later I'll be able to do some of those Transformer quickies on there. So yeah, then I'll get that out of here there once it's finished charging. Matter of fact, I'll have it with me when I get ready to leave out of here. So yeah. Yeah, so you got go down the kitchen. Get the kitchen's pretty much the same. There is a few little changes, not a whole lot. For instance, I moved this table was in the living room. They got the little decorations on it next to the tower fan. It was in the living room. Now, what I am gonna do a little bit later. Let me go in the living room. We go in the and that's I gotta get that to EJ. I forgot to, because he came by this morning to help me out with something. I'll tell you in a minute. But he came to help me out with something, and I forgot to give this to him now. So, because we got something else for the mosquitoes there, so I was going to give this to him there. So I'll try to get that to him before the day is over. Yeah, so not much there. And we go in here to the living room. So what it was that EJ came over for was to get the TV, to get another TV out of here, and I got to clean that up there. It's looking kind of dingy. Probably with some power wash or something. But yeah, we moved an old TV out of here, so later in the future we can get a new TV for here as well. So it'd just be a TV in me and Christina's room and here in the living room. So yeah, the one that was in here that we threw out to the garbage man ain't working no more. So it's been it's been around for some years though. Behind that door, of course, is an iron board and also a step ladder back there. This is where that table that was in the kitchen with the rows and stuff on it. It was right here, and I got it. And yeah, so pretty much the only thing that's actually kind of left, and it's pretty much basic. Just kind of like cleaning up a little bit, some vacuuming, get that up. make that look more neat there. And probably have to move that cord that's hanging out of the way, and then once to get back and sort of make this sort of neaten this up a little bit. So and and I'm going to use that box for shipping for to mail Skybite to whoever buys it there, so it'll be out of here. So yeah, that's where that table was. What I'm thinking of doing is what I might do is I might bring that tape, once I get this vacuum, I might bring that table right back in here. And when I do, I'll put that, this crate here, this crate you see kind of out here on the floor, where we keep our deep fryer in, when it's not in use, after it's cleaned up and everything. I'll push it back to where the table is sitting. So that way it won't be like in the center, because it's not really it's like you might say, well, why don't you just put the deep fryer up there on the counter or something there? Yeah, well, the thing is, we had another deep fryer a while back ago, and also a toaster oven, and we had them out here on the counter, and we did keep them clean. But for some reason or another, and which now we hadn't had the problem thanks to these little pest lab things. But back then, before we had them, I came in here one day, finna go out, and there was an army of ants all over the other deep fryer we had and the toaster oven. I was devastated. Yeah, I managed to get, and I was here by myself because Christina was at work, and I mean, I got rid of the ants, and it ended up costing me. I just threw the oven and the deep fryer away, and yeah, I had to kind of take a moment just to kind of come to myself. Even prayed a little bit there. Prayed, like, Lord, what am I gonna do? Because I was trying to process that and everything. And then once I got calmed down and talked with the Lord, and they got calmed down, processed everything. I didn't get a new toaster oven, but I did get a new deep fryer. This is where we'll keep, and like I say, we're doing a lot better with the cleaning and keeping it in there, away from the counter. Like I say, hopefully no other ants come through there because of these little things, but if there were, just in case, not saying we want that, but just in case, at least they won't be all in the deep fryer with it in here away from the counter. So that's what that was for. And like I said, once I get vacuumed in the living room, I'm gonna take this table, bring it back in that little spot where I need to vacuum it, and push this back up here, and make sure I can still open the cabinet and everything. And that way, I might possibly have to move the tower fan to do that there, but I'll figure that out. But yeah, with this up here, it'll still be out, but it won't be, like this there. And yeah, that way, and then plus, won't have to worry about, me or Christina or we have company or something, they won't accidentally trip on it from being out here, because it'll at least be up kind of in the corner there. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, that's where I put the games at. So now we can easily play games here in the front in the living room. That's where we put, like, shirts or coats and stuff like that to dry. Now, of course, I'll be putting that coat up, so that coat's probably not going to come back out till next winter. So once it dries and everything, along with a shirt back there, and gotta get it ironed. I don't think we really gotta iron the coat, but the shirt back there, needs to be ironed though. So yeah, that got another tower fan. That's the box where the vacuum would be in. That I think we probably need to throw this box on out of here. Yeah, because it's kind of tacky in there. DVDs and everything there. DVDs, some books. Yep. Christmas tree is usually back there. That way, when Christmas time comes, we take it from over there and bring it over here. Only thing we gotta do is put the decorations up there. So, yep. So yeah. So there's that there, and yep. And pretty much everything else is all cool. You know, that's it. That's it. So yeah. Let me go back to the back. So that's pretty much it there. Like I say, not a whole lot really changed. Not a whole lot really changed. Just a few things there, here and there, and probably probably a few things will. And they're probably, and I mean, even outside the spring cleaning, there's probably going to be a few things that might change here and there, little small stuff as we go along and all that. And then of course, when it comes time, hey Gabe, I'm pregnant. When that time, yeah. So then it'd be a lot of focus with other than what goes on around the house. Probably a lot of focus in that room where the little one gonna be at there, making sure it's all fixed up there. So yeah. So until then, yeah, this is pretty much the setup for now. A few changes might occur, but yeah, this is pretty much the majority of the setup for now. So, yep, like what y'all saw and everything. Definitely like, share, subscribe. Get our available books. Hit us up on that Patreon and support us there, just like Iceman Universe does. And check out a lot of his stuff he got going on, like Naruto, One Piece, Spy Family, Courage, Ed and Eddie, and Hey Arnold, and other stuff. Also support the Miracle Crew, yours truly, King Gabe, Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, and Janara Nelson, and EJ the Supreme. Hang out with us in the live streams and Discord and Facebook, and let's tell each other some stuff on that Macari app. And without further ado, we'll see y'all in the next video or live stream or even the shorts. Y'all take care, everybody.